So he's known as Mr. Fix-It Man now. So let's give him a hand for that title. But what he did for the DeKalb County school system, we believe he can do for the entire county. And so when Michael told myself and my daughter that he was running, and I said, well, we're not sure about that. We don't want you to run. And he says, well, I heard from God. First of all, I heard from God, and I love the children. And I said, is that the same God that told you to run for the U.S. Senate? So, without further ado, introducing Michael Thurmond.
I like that.
Yeah, we're the same God. But you know, God has a great sense of humor sometimes. But first of all, I want to thank my lovely wife and my beautiful daughter for give them a hand, because they have been with me through all of these years, and Zola in particular is the foundation, the cornerstone of the Thurmond team and the Thurmond family, and she makes it possible. And the one thing that she has done for me that no one else could ever have done, and no one else will do, is that she gave me my beautiful, loving daughter. All right. So that is special. And Micaiah came in this morning at 6:30 a.m. From Raleigh to be with us, and we love you and we appreciate you. Those of us who've been with us through all of these campaigns, Joe and Gene Washington, remember Micaiah was 5 or 6 years old when we got out in this business. But look, thank you all for being here. I want to thank the elected officials and the appointed officials and former elected officials who've taken their time not only to be with me, but to serve DeKalb County, Georgia. I'm so proud. It's a difficult and courageous thing to put your name and yourself and your life forward for public service. Amen. And let's give them another round of applause. Thank y'all so much. Leanna, I see Stan. I want to thank all the people who come out on Saturday morning to be here. I see the Golden Girls are here, and they know who they are. I see Mary Liz and others are here. Thank you all for coming out and being with me on this very special day. Many of the people in this room were the same people who supported me during my other stops at DFACS and at Labor and at the school district, and you've always been with me, and you supported me in the U.S. Senate race. You know, you don't count your friends the morning after you win an election. You count your friends the morning after you lose an election.
That's right.
Church can say amen to that. You count your friends. My late father, who was not an educated man, one of the things he always said, son, don't ever count your friends the morning after you win the lottery. You count your friends when money is short, right? And look, you count those who love you when the storms are raging and lightning is flashing and the wind is falling. And so now DeKalb County needs to count its friends. That's right. When times are tough, right? It was good to love DeKalb, as people say, when we were on top. That's right. But the real test is who loves DeKalb today. Who loves DeKalb today? When the ditch is deep, and there are those who've written us off. There are those who said we will never come back. There are those who say that the government is broken and it can never be repaired. There are those who tell all of us to give up and move away. But if T.D. Jakes was here, he would say the devil is what? Alive. I come to tell you that yes, the DeKalb was great, but we are going to usher in a greater DeKalb. Yeah. See, some of us say, well, let's go back. I want to go back to when DeKalb was great. I don't want to go back to when it was great. I want to go forward to a greater DeKalb. That's right. And together, we can do it. It's a new day. And I know times are tough. I know people are frustrated and angry. And I'm frustrated and angry too. But I tell you this, that There will be some difficult days and some difficult nights, and some nights we're going to have to cry, Gary Parker, and every night we're going to have to pray. But I've been taught that the weepeth enduring just for the night, and joy going to come in the morning. And in the morning, we're going to usher in a new day for DeKalb County, Georgia. We're going to usher in a new day for DeKalb County, Georgia. So don't grow weary in your good doing. See, that's the way the enemy works. He wants you to give up without ever fighting. One of my favorite movies is Glory. And there's this scene where Morgan Freeman and Denzel Washington and the other Civil War era soldiers are sitting under the tree before they make this, what was a suicidal charge, the next day. And Morgan Freeman said something, and every time I see the movie, I cry. I just do, because I love the movie, so I cry. But he said that, you know, if I fall, you go tell the people I failed trying to stand up. If I fall, if this CEO falls, if this candidate falls, you go tell them Mike Thurmond failed trying to stand up for DeKalb County, Georgia. You tell them I stood up. I'm not going to sit by and allow this county to be destroyed and dismantled. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. My wife worries about it. Reverend, and they told me, they said, well, you know, Michael, I've talked to people, and they said, well, you know, the problems are so great, and the deficits and the holes are so deep, and you just a little short fella. There's no way you big enough. You not big enough to take on all of those problems and solve them. You alone can't do it. And I said, you know, you're right. I can't do it. But we definitely will do it. We will do it. We will do it. And see, the biggest issue, folks, the biggest issue is not the form of government.
Right. That's right.
Not that we can't tweak it or refine it and make it better, but that's not our biggest issue.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Our biggest challenge, our biggest issue is the racial divide between North and South. It has been, and you see, and when we're divided, Abraham Lincoln said it, a house divided against itself cannot stand.
That's right. That's right.
But we are going to take down the walls. We're going to tear them down, and we're going to use the bricks and the wood that used to be a wall, and we're going to build a bridge with it. We're going to build bridges with those walls. We're going to open up the lines of communication. We are going to work together. Look, folks, there is no black solution to the problems of high unemployment. It's just not. There's no white solution to crime. There's no Hispanic and Latino solution to improving education and building a world-class workforce. There are no black or white or red or brown solutions. But there is a DeKalb County solution. There's a Georgia solution. There's an American solution. So I ask you, we need your vote. Theron said it. We need your money. But let me tell you what we need most. I need you to believe again. I need you to believe again. Because it's written that one man, if you the one woman in your neighborhood or the one man in your church, or the one woman in your sorority, or the one man standing on the street corner, one man or woman with courage can make a majority. So to the naysayers, to those who written us off, those who discredited us, that day is over. But send a message. Send a message to those in government and out. Send a message that corruption, leave DeKalb County, Georgia. You are no longer wanted. Unethical behavior, get a bus out of DeKalb County, Georgia. You're no longer wanted. Incompetence, it's time to go. Backbiting, it's time to go. Lying and cheating and stealing, it's time to go. We are going to be about the people's business. This government belongs to the people. It don't belong to the CEO. It doesn't belong to the county commission. It doesn't belong to the bureaucrat. It belongs to the taxpayers. It belongs to the citizens. And we are going to give this government back to the people. When you invest in us, when you send us your tax dollars, we are going to do the right thing about your tax dollars, and we're going to send you back a good investment for what you give us. Now I'll stop. I see Reverend Carthan in the back, Reverend Carthan, and my bus drivers are here. I want my bus drivers from the cab to raise your hand. Let me tell you something. I want my bus drivers. And see, they are here. And I love them. And I want everybody to go tell in the new DeKalb County government, there'll be no big eyes and little U's. In the new DeKalb County government, there'll be no big eyes and little U's. And I see Chairman Howard Mosby. Howard, give him a hand. Give him a hand. He came in, our delegation chairs here. There'll be, because let me tell you, everybody is important. Everyone has a role to play. When I came to the cab and folks said, why are you always worrying about the bus drivers? Why are you always talking about the bus drivers? Why did you give them raises before you gave them to anybody else?